Open up, honey, it's your lover boy, me that's knocking. Well, listen to my baby, all I get at the high school rockin'. Now, honey, get your bopping shoes before the jukebox blows a fuse. Hey, everybody's hopping, everybody's bopping at the high school hop. 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 Everybody's hopping, everybody's bopping at the high school hop. Come on, little baby, let's rock a little bit tonight. Come on, here, mama, let's shake things up tonight. Yeah, heart will beat the rhythm and my feet are moving smooth and light. Bopping at the high school hop. Bopping at the high school hop. Shaking at the high school hop. Bopping at the high school hop. Come on, pretty baby, let's shake things up tonight. Yeah! Well, let me tell you something, I'm gonna burn off my shoes. Yes, I wanna tell you, pretty kid, that we got a lot of leather glue. And we're gonna ride, we're gonna shake it up tonight. Yeah, the bopping at the high school hop. Bopping at the high school hop. Shaking at the high school hop. Bopping at the high school hop. Well, everybody's hopping, everybody's hopping. Bopping at the high school hop. Yeah! Well, bobbing at the high school hop, bobbing at the high school hop, shaking at the high school hop, walking at the high school hop. Well, everybody's bobbing, everybody's hopping, bobbing at the high school hop.
Hey, wise guy. I was gonna park there, big shot.
The name's Baker. B-A-K-E-R, and I park where I want.
That space is mine.
You got 32 teeth, Buster. You want to try for none? Hiya, sexy. You look real cultured. Let's cut out to some drag-and-eat pad, huh?
Oh, wow.
Cool it.
What's that, chum?
Beat it.
You want to start a rumble?
Drop it, Buster.
Well, the name is Tony Baker. And maybe the chick here likes me to hold her arm.
Come on now, Joni.
I'm putting it down, but you ain't picking it up.
Maybe later.
Yeah, Dad. Much later.
Oh, man. Don't be so fast to start a rumble with the president of the Wheelers and Dealers. You know who that is?
No.
Well, man, that is J.I. Coleridge.
I didn't know that, man.
Mm-hmm.
So J.I.'s the top stud around here, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get in with the Wheelers and Dealers, and you'll be a top stud yourself.
Yeah? I got news for you, man. Before this crummy day's over, every crummy stud in this whole crummy school's gonna know who Tony Baker is. See, I don't join them, man. They join me. You dig me?
I dig you.
I'm putting it
well,
down.
I'm picking it up.
Come on.
I never saw him before, did you?
No, but he's a real character.
Sounds like you're interested.
Where's the warden?
If you mean Mr. Robinson, he'll be back in a minute. Take a seat.
I'm looking to graze on some grass.
What?
Okay, chick, I guess I dialed the wrong number.
Young man,
Me?
who do you think I mean?
I don't know. I got no time to play guessing games.
Give me that.
Now watch out. That weeds might be too strong for you. Wouldn't you rather have a cigarette?
What?
You know, if you were 20 years younger, even then I'd hate to be stuck with you on a date.
Why, how...
Now, don't flip your lid.
What do you want here?
I'm a transfer from North High, Chicago.
Come here. I see you live with your aunt and uncle.
That's the way the bongo bingos.
Please leave those papers alone. Your scholastic record is very bad.
So what? I'm no teacher zombie.
This is your 7th year in high school. 2 as a junior and 3 as a senior.
I know, and 2 more years for Uncle Sam. So let's skip the ancient history, huh? What's the scoop now?
If you're trying to create an impression, I'm unimpressed. There's a $2 deposit for a year's supply of gym towels.
You, got change for 20?
I think you'd better see our principal, Mr. Robinson, when he returns. And please take this to your homeroom.
Thanks. Give me a ring, doll.
Now, some slang words have been accepted as correct English usage. But slang itself is such a very temporary thing that it's apt to fade into non-existence. It's hard to tell beforehand whether a word will live or die. Slang itself changes with each successive generation. A 15th century student, for instance, might say that Columbus believed the world was round instead of square. However, today the word square has an entirely different connotation. Do you belong in my class?
And you belong in my class, too, dog. You know, for a teacher, pretty cool. Why don't we cut out and go to your pad and live it up, huh?
Class, please. Take a seat. And be quiet.
Hiya, kitten.
I said be quiet. Now let's take the slang word scram. It originated with the verb scramble, which means to move about on your hands and knees. The slang word scram means to get out or to go away. You'll find the word in your dictionary, but whether or not you should use the word is another question.
I know the answer to that question, Teach.
I don't remember asking a question.
Look, you know, you could be the most, but, I mean, all that old-style jive you got written up on the board is nowhere.
I'll tell you when to speak.
Look, take it from this stud, will you? I mean, that stuff is strictly for the tinners that live around the block. Like if I were to say to this kitten here, if I were to say, let's blow this joint, or let's hop in my camp and take off for the Casbah.
Will you shut up?
Okay. Okay, I'll break it off, but I just want you to know that it takes a lot out of me.
I don't want you to call me doll. My name is Miss Williams.
Oh, why be so formal? I mean, you can call me Tony or Daddy-O.
I've had enough of this. I want you to report to Mr. Robinson with me right away.
Slam, bam, thank you, ma'am. Back to the warden's office. Huh, doll?
For the last time, will you stop calling me doll?
But that's no way to talk to the future president of the Wheelers and Dealers. Man, I've got the goal to take her on a trip to Cloud 9.
Here. Come on, cats. Cool it. Come on now. Cool it, cats. Now, how'd you like J.I. to lay a little history on you? Now, you heard that square bitch he was putting down about Christopher Columbus, our founder. Now, I ask you, is this a bring down? Columbus. Why, man, he was the hippest. Now, one swinging day when Chris was sitting at the beach goofing, he dug that the world was round. And with his crazy idea stashed in his lid, he swung over to the royal pad to cut up a few touches with a cool chick, Queen Isabella, who was a swinger. Belle took a long look at him and said, Christy, what is this jazz you're putting down about our planet being round? She said, everybody hip that it's square. He said, the only thing square about this world are the cats what live in it. He said, now look, I'm in your pad for one swinging reason. He says, I know I can make it east by swinging west. Now, I want to take some non-stop studs to go in a deep pool of water with me and maybe come up with the new world bit. If I'm straight, why, everybody swing. And if I goof and run into any of them flip Indian kiddies over there, I just sit down and smoke a little pipe with them. And who knows, baby, maybe run off with the deed to a groovy piece of real estate. She said, crazy, man, but like this is a sick bit you wear. And if you find out that the world is square. She says, why, it's easy, baby. We just tool off the deep end and dig a little infinity. He says, now, Belle, he says, dig me hard, baby. He says, I know you're hung with the affairs of the court, Jazz. He says, but I need scarfing for this trip. He says, baby, and that takes bread. And in the bread department, I am nowhere. I said, man like you a real bring down. See, you pump me up with a crazy story, then expect me to spring for the gold. She says, you just cooled the whole bit. She said, you know the kingdom is next to Tapsville. And if I ever lay this story out of my old man, why, he'd flip out. You know how square Ferdy is. He said, Belle, listen, baby, you the swingin'est chick in the whole mother kingdom. And I'm hip that if anyone can score for the bread, it's you. Well, kiddies, the next morning she came up with a real wiggy plan. To hike the Royal Ice. And after Chris met his boat connection and scored for 3, he got some cats together with eyes for adventure and split across the Atlantic, no tomorrow style.
That's very interesting. Take your seat. Mr. Robinson. Just a moment, please. You've got a problem in there. New student. A boy who is without doubt the most arrogant, insulting, and indecent.
Don't get excited, Miss Dodge. We've had problems before.
But not like this one.
I usually handle them. Get out of my chair.
Okay, Baldy, you better sit down anyway before you fall down. Man, you look like you've been goofing off.
I'll take that. Right now.
Don't cut yourself now.
That thing you were smoking. Your feet off the table. Just what are you trying to accomplish?
I don't dig you.
Oh, I see. Dig me. I have no objection to your hip talk or hep talk or whatever it's called at the moment. But in my office, let's talk just plain old-fashioned English. It'll help us to understand each other.
Man, what's there to understand? Come to the point. You're dragging your rear axle in waltz time.
I haven't any idea what you've been saying.
Well, what I've said
And
was...
don't make a profession out of rudeness. And no more knives. If I ever hear of you having one, I'll report you to the juvenile authorities. And now go back to your classes.
Thanks. For nothing.
Hello, Tony, darling.
Hi, Auntie. You getting up or going to bed?
How did it go at school today?
It went.
If you'd rather have coffee, Tony, there's a pot of fresh.
No thanks. I think I'll cut out and size up this Townsville.
You're looking for excitement?
Why not? I'm a citizen.
I hate to think of you running around all by your lonely.
Annie, I'm a big boy now. I even go out with girls.
That's why I worry. Thinking of you coming up against those young, tight sweaters.
You ought to know.
Stop treating me like a stranger. With Vic out of town, it's lonely. Relatives should always kiss each other hello and goodbye, polite like.
You're getting paid for my room and board.
But not enough.
Tomorrow afternoon, when you have your usual cup, Annie, why don't you put a little bit of more coffee in your brandy and coffee, huh? Bye now.
Now, you can see the difference between a real cigarette and marijuana. And there'd be no mistaking the texture or contents if you were to handle them. The darker one has been rolled in wheat straw paper. In most of the reefers, a double thickness of paper is used. Now, in the language the addicts use among themselves, marijuana is referred to as Mary Jane, pot, weed, or tea. They never say to each other, let's smoke a marijuana cigarette. They say, let's turn on, or let's blast a joint.
Commissioner, don't you think that you're magnifying this issue?
A marijuana cigarette was found on the floor of one of your classrooms. And another was found in the girls' gym.
And that's enough to start a big crusade in Santabello High?
Mr. Burroughs, please understand, Miss Williams, like many of us, believes in the progressive theory that there is no such thing as a bad boy or girl.
Well, there's a high school in Indiana. I don't know whether they followed your progressive theories or not. They had no problem 3 years ago. But out of a total enrollment of 1,200 students, 285 were found to be using marijuana or heroin. And this dreadful condition was only uncovered through a horrible accident. One student, desperate for money to pay for his habit, sold bennies for quarters and dimes to kids in elementary school. It was the death of a 13-year-old who had been addicted to marijuana and then to heroin that exposed the ugly facts. But by that time, it was too late for 41 teenagers who were addicted. It can happen here.
Oh, man, like everybody's talking about you. Yeah? Yeah, you're famous.
Hey, you want to make some bread?
Yeah, I'm picking up.
But all the wheelers and dealers.
They're your type.
I thought you were good people. Tell me something, is that doll J.I.'s parking pad?
She sure is.
What's her name?
Joan.
Yeah? I dig pretty kittens, especially rich pretty kittens.
J.I.'s pretty rough.
In my book, man, he's a schmo.
From Kokomo.
From Kokomo, yeah.
Hi, I'm Steve Bentley.
Oh, that's too bad.
I'm president of the Rangers.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, but I'm looking for some real action.
Well, we got most of the football players.
No, a different kind of action.
Okay, see you around.
Why not? Hiya, doll. I'm Tony Baker.
My name's Mary Jane Andrews.
Mary Jane. Well, you pulverize me. Hey, Peter, you know what this doll's name is? Mary Jane.
Oh, yeah?
Mary Jane's a crazy name. It just makes me frantic. Mary Jane, we've got to get together sometime and have a ball. What do you say, dog?
Well, I have been going steady, but
Oh, I
can
did
always...
competitions. And I sure get my kicks from saying your name. Mary Jane.
Yes, man.
I'll take care of the tab. And I'd also like to buy dessert for all the cool cats.
Gee, thanks.
I tried to get you last night.
Yeah, I was on a cruise in a big city.
I'm dry. I just don't know what I'm gonna do.
Gee, I wish I could help you, Joni, but what can I do?
Hi, people. May I sit down? Thanks. Petey, why don't you sit there?
This school's sure getting a low-class clientele.
Well, what's your beef, man? I just want to play friends. Is that a crime in this state? Or are you just afraid of a little competition? Well, talk up, man. I don't sound you at all. Now, look what you've done. You've gone and made the kitten nervous. Come on, let's be henchmen. I'll make you vice president of the Wheelers and Dealers. Maybe I'll even make you executive vice president. But what's a good word, Joe? If you dig me like I dig you.
Lay dead, Baker. She's my girl.
Got a scoop for you, J.I. Things are changing around here as of today. What's the matter, Joan? You feeling sick? Looks like Joan's got a bad case of the screaming mimes.
Look like Joe, none of your business.
Uh-huh. You're not tuned in, J.I. I'm making it my business.
You're looking for some awful bad trouble, boy.
Maybe. Why don't we make a meet and settle this personally?
Oh, we're gonna be settled. My way.
J.I. looks rough and ready. Well, if I'm gonna take over, I might as well start right now. You know that Joan's a sick girl. You know what I mean, don't you, Wheathead?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Hello there, Baker boy. You said you want some action.
Yeah, but just between you and me.
Why, this here's some of the Wheelers and Dealers. I kind of figured if you want to take over, now's the time to do it. I just stand here and watch the fun here. That way I don't get no blood on my pants. All right, fellas.
That's right. Play it cool. You know, I lost one of these things in the principal's office. I don't want to lose another one in one of your bellies. So don't be foolish, chums, or I'll let the air out of all of you. Now, school's over, so why don't you all go home? And tell the rest of the Wheelers and Dealers that they've got a new prez. Go on, beat it.
Go on, beat it. Pretty big boy with that onion peeler.
Big enough to take over. I'll make a deal with you, J.I. I'll let you be vice president, even treasurer of all the weed heads at school.
If you don't stay away from Joan, even that thing isn't gonna help you.
Hey, Teach. You want to push?
I think my battery's dead.
Well, hop in. Come on. Leave it there. I'll give you a ride home in a rail cab.
I don't want to impose on you.
What's the matter? You scared?
I'll call the auto club.
Who are you afraid of? Me or yourself? You don't have to worry. I'll see that you behave yourself. I mean, after all, a teacher's got to behave like a teacher.
Okay. I'll call the auto club from home. Thanks.
I wouldn't want you to fall out.
I'm afraid I'm taking you out of your way.
Don't be silly. I just happen to be going your way.
And which way is my way?
Any old way.
This is very sweet and thoughtful of you.
Crack like that can hurt a guy's reputation. Hey, how about stopping for a beer?
Aren't you underage?
Well, maybe I can pass for a teenage adult.
What's your angle?
Now, is there a law that says a guy's got to have an angle?
No, it's just that you always seem to me to be trying to prove something.
Teach, that's all in your mind.
Is it really? I'm not the one that tried to disrupt the class. I didn't go in the principal's office with a cigar and a knife.
Well, I'm afraid you wouldn't look very good with a cigar. You're just not the type.
What's your type?
Oh, I'm the satisfied type.
No, you're not satisfied.
Oh, yes, I am.
No, you're not satisfied. That's why you're always trying to make people notice you. You want to be considered important.
Okay, have it your way. But when I checked into this crummy school Monday, I was just another kid. Now everybody in that school knows who Tony Baker is.
Who is he?
Well, I'll soon be president of the Wheelers and Dealers.
Does that mean so much? To be the leader of a small group of would-be hoodlums?
You got a better offer? I mean, like being president of the Arlene Williams Personal Service Club? That's not a bad idea. Maybe we'll start with a beer, huh?
I'm sorry I brought it up. Turn at the next corner.
Yes, ma'am. Are you expecting me to act like a gentleman?
No, I wouldn't want to give you a nervous breakdown.
Ooh, you're getting a sense of humor. Hey, I'll pick you up in the morning.
My car will be finished then.
I know, but we got a lot of things to talk over.
Do we? What?
I don't know. I'll figure out something.
Well, when you find out, let me know. I'll be glad to meet you. In the classroom. Bye. Thanks for the ride.
Baby, you look like you got the Chuck Horrors.
J.I., I've got to get a stick.
For money, you can buy anything.
I'm clean. I've used up my whole allowance. I can't ask my dad for any more advances.
Yeah, well, that's tough toenails. I mean, why bug me with your sad story? It's your problem where you get the gold.
What do you want me to do? Steal it?
Crazy. I knew you'd come up with something cool.
Do you really expect me to steal?
Oh, now, come on, Joan. It's your idea, not mine. Hey, you cop a sneak to the principal's office?
You're switching channels on me. The records only show that he's a transfer from North High, an orphan living with his aunt on Seaton Street. I've got to get a stick from Juki. J.I., won't you lend me the money?
If you need the money, try the Marino gimmick, huh? Stop bugging me.
I'll take those 2 dresses, Kitty.
Oh, very well, Miss Tables. Usual charge, kid.
Yes.
Mr. Marino.
Yeah.
Miss Tables would like to charge these 2 dresses.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Miss Staples, your taste makes our business a sheer delight, believe me.
Don't overplay it, Blabbermouth. Joan didn't try anything on.
I see. Adorable, adorable, adorable. As soon as the alterations are complete, we'll send it right out to the house. All right?
Would you sign here, please, Miss Staples? Thank you, Miss Staples.
Thank you. Did you get the new import in yet?
Yes, I did. One and one alone. It's for you, dear. It's hanging right in the back. Go right back there. This is adorable. This is you. You. Turn around here. Lovely, lovely.
Well, here you are.
Only 15?
Tough. These dresses cost 50 each retail. We've got them marked up to 75. Can't go any higher. After all, your father's secretary isn't that much of a dope.
Yes, but last time you gave me...
This is it. If you want a cash kickback, and if me and Marina are to be paid for our services.
But only 15?
Take it or leave it. You never know when the setup will backfire, and when it does, we'll get hurt, not you. So, do you want the cash, or do you want the cash?
You're a crook.
Aren't we all?
still short 20.
Look, Sugar, I spoke to Jukey like you told me to, and he said he wanted all the green stuff. I stuck my neck out to do you a favor. What more can I do?
Why shouldn't he give me a break? Didn't he turn me on?
Come on, you turn yourself on. You ought to talk like that. You know he might get mad at you.
My old man was a bread stasher all his life. He never got fat. He wound up with a used car, a 17-inch screen, and arthritis. Tamara is a drag, man. Tamara is a king-sized bust. They cry, put down pot, don't think a lot. For what? Time, how much, and what to do with it. Sleep, man, and you might wake up digging the whole human race, giving itself 3 days to get out. Tamara is a drag, Pops. The future is a flake. I had a canary who couldn't sing. I had a cat that let me share my pad with her. I bought a dog that killed the cat that ate the canary. What is truth? I had an uncle with an Ivy League heart. He had life with a belt in the back. He had a button-down brain, wind up, a belt in the mouth, and a button-down lip. We coughed blood on this earth. Now there's a race for space. We can cough blood on the moon soon. Tamara is Dragsville cats. Tamara is a king-size drag. Tula fast shorts, swing with a gassy chick, turn on to 1,000 joys, smile on what happened or check what's going to happen, you'll miss what's happening. Turn your eyes inside and dig the vacuum. Tamara drag.
Ready for the race?
Oh, the wheelers and dealers are ready to race you now. As long as you've got enough money to make it worthwhile.
These Rangers have some cool rods, man.
Hey, is it a bet?
I'll let you know.
Not me, you won't. You'll talk to my secretary here. He handles all my business.
What do you boys want?
I'll have a cup of coffee and give the man here what he wants.
Give me what I want.
Okay. Ginger ale. Coming up.
Miss America.
Hey, forget the chicks, man. We've got more important.
What's up?
The fuzz just came in. Don't you feel the heat?
Yeah. They're checking to see that nobody is spiking the drinks or using other stuff.
Man, I can spot them blindfolded. Most of the time, I can smell them.
What are those fuzz, man?
Listen, did you sound out the boys?
I already told them you were grazing for grass.
Crazy, man. Got a message for you, Joan, but it's private and personal and kind of fits in with the beat. Cucaracha, la cucaracha, marijuana pa fumar. Relax, chick, I'm with you. I'm thinking at least.
We'll live it up, you and me. What gives, Doris?
Not so good.
What's the matter?
I'm burning up.
She just had the shivers a few minutes ago. I'll go make your cold malt.
I'll help you.
Come on, Doris. You haven't been in the pool for weeks.
Yeah, come on, get with it. You said you were steaming hot. Hey, maybe I better cool you off a little bit, huh?
Oh, come on. Give the kid a break. Let's go in the pool.
Thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. She, needs something else other than the malt.
You know a lot.
I know enough.
Like what?
Like, do you have any, weed to torch up on?
Petey said you were good people.
I know what's happening.
I'm dying to blast, but I'm clean. How about it, Tony? You holding?
Sorry, doll. I'm trying to make a connection myself. See, I've got the gold, but, no connection. Hey, where are your folks?
Oh, they're at some luncheon for Doris's father. He just got back from Paris.
Some layout you've got here.
Someday I'm gonna hawk the whole place to pay off my debts, just to get myself some reefers.
I told you I've got the gold. Now, if you just tell me who the right guy is. Come on, give me a chance to score.
Come here. Check the character on the diving board.
He's a regular comedian. What's his name?
Juki Jedlow.
What are the details on him?
He's a hard nose. He wouldn't lend me any money when I begged for it, just because I was a little short.
Come on, in the pool. Into the pool we go. Get her legs. Go ahead. Here we go. Why don't you introduce me to this character? I'll, see that you don't have to hawk anything.
I didn't know you were a weedhead, Tony.
All my friends are. Do you sound me?
Boy, I sound you plenty. We're good henchmen, you and me.
Get out of here! Take it easy, bro. Yeah, now get out of here. Hey, shut that door. Come on. Take it easy. You better get a coat or something to cover up these arms and see that she gets home. Well, what are you waiting for?
I thought she was just a weedhead like me.
She was. She graduated. Well, don't look so surprised. Look, do you want me to spell it out for you? If you flake around with the weed, you're going to end up using the hard stuff. Now, go on, get the coat, will you? What's the idea? You hold?
I don't dig you.
Well, I'm looking to graze on some grass.
You're way out, man. I don't sound you.
Well, now, Joan told me that you could straighten me out. See, I want to score like the Yanks.
Joan told you?
Uh-huh. Yeah, she said you and Mary Jane were going steady.
What do you mean you're going steady with another chick? I'm your girl.
Yeah, Gloria. Go play in traffic. Man, you shouldn't treat Joan so rough. I mean, in her condition, she's not good advertising for someone who's pushing the stuff.
I'm all tears. She don't bake, she don't get dusted. What about Mary Jane?
Oh, I'd like 5 pounds.
5 pounds, man. I don't carry nothing like that. Just a stick or two, you know what I mean? Fix up a couple of the heads at school. I'm no big operator.
Joan said you were.
Joan's got me figured wrong.
Well, I thought I'd score a can, but, I'll take a stick or two if that's all you got. That's pretty wild. Magnetic box, huh?
Mm-hmm.
bucket stick. Hey, when do I meet the ace man? I'm tired of fooling around with this penny ante stuff. Ace man will have a can for you at the race. Tomorrow night at the old airport. Good deal. You want to see me?
Tony, yes. Would you sit down, please? There. I've been thinking about you, Tony.
Well, that sounds romantic.
I've been trying to figure you out.
Don't knock yourself out. Like the book says, I'm a bad customer, so just mark me lousy.
Well, you weren't a good student at North High. You certainly haven't tried to learn anything here.
What do you want, blood?
I want to help you. If I knew you better, I think I could...
Well, now that can be arranged any night this week.
I usually see my students at tea time. You know my address. I'll expect you at 6 o'clock.
Crazy.
For a cup of tea.
Well, I can't tonight. I'm busy, but maybe some other night.
All right. We'll try again sometime.
But I could make it maybe about, say, like midnight.
Forget it. You, better get back to your class. Hmm?
Chicken.
I remember when I was a teenager, just before Prohibition was repealed, we used to sneak a drink or two from a hip flask. Oh, my mother and father thought it was the end of the world. So what happened? Absolutely nothing. You settled down happily with your mother, and a pretty successful business, if I do say so myself. So what's all the shouting about?
Well, dear, perhaps they had some reason for wanting the parents to meet.
This police commissioner, Walter Burroughs, doesn't fool me. He's making political hay, impressing the voters with another sensational scandal. Only this time he's added something new, narcotics. Now that I don't like. That's going a little too far. Tony, what do you know about narcotics?
Oh, nothing, sir. I've read a little bit about it, but...
And you, baby?
Why, Dad, I haven't even read about it.
Now, you see what I mean? The whole effect of the commissioner's hullabaloo will be to get the kids to ask questions. And God forbid to even use narcotics, because he's creating an interest in it.
Well, I can't make the police commissioners' meeting. I have to be at the Better Music Society.
We have to be going.
Good night. It's been
Good
very
night.
nice meeting you.
And children, behave.
Of course, Mother.
Mother, you don't have to worry about those kids. The only problem children I know are the ones that have problem parents, which leaves us out. Cheers, darling.
You sure you don't want to turn on?
No. With me, it's strictly business. You know, I knew a boy once that gave himself a little fix, and he dropped dead. Just like that. Man, you ought to catch me fooling around with that hard stuff.
One look at Doris, and I'm convinced to stay with reefers.
Well, just take it easy, will you? You'll stink up the upholstery.
Hey, we got to get the $80. Says our cars will beat yours.
Covered, man.
Hey, that's a $100 bill.
Don't worry, I'm just letting you hold it.
I got a better idea. Why don't we join forces?
Sorry. Plan it my way.
It's about time you got here. We have a jet change in the jug.
Take a look at this rig, man.
Hey, Tony, you gonna drive with this hearse?
Put your money where your mouth is.
You tell him, Joan. Hey, Petey, take care of the car. I got business.
Man, you gonna drive this bomb?
Yes.
Hey, Pete, hurry up with this thing.
Well, Juki set me up for something, but I'm still looking.
Yeah? Well, you can stop looking. As of now.
Don't tell me you're my connection.
I'm holding, man. You got any complaints? Okay. Let's play follow the leader, huh?
Hey, Petey, don't take all night with this thing, man.
Oh, are you gonna race Daddy's car?
Why don't you make like bubblegum and blow, Flat Top?
Oh, wow.
Hey, man, what do you got here, huh? A real live motor?
Well, great Tony Baker. With egg on his face.
Let's stick to business. How many joints you got to sell?
100?
Only 100?
Yeah. Then it'll cost you 100.
Well, wait a minute now. That's a retail price. How do I make a profit?
Just want to see how hip you were. Cost you 75 cents a piece.
I was paid only 60.
Yeah, well, the price went up last night. See, heat's on now. And I know I don't have to tell you what the rap is for pushing stuff in this state. 5 years to life.
I know. I'm all in tears. Look, why not make it 65 and I'll buy all the caps you got, too.
Caps? Oh, come down now, boy. I'm not pushing hard stuff.
All righty. I'll just take my business someplace else, then.
You better buy your stuff from me, friend. Mr. A don't like to be bugged.
Well, now, who sets it at 75? You or Mr. A?
Oh, I'm just a traveling salesman. Pick up, make deliveries, and collect my 10%. Now, do you want it or do you want it?
Okay. Okay, I got no yen to bug Mr. A. I guess what's good enough for him is good enough for me.
Crazy. Well, you sure got the bread, brother.
It's a lot more, too. You just help me get some H, some Coke, and some goofballs.
That's like I told you, friend. I just work here.
Hey, why don't you spread the word around that I need a supply?
So why don't you advertise in the newspaper?
Oh, now that's really funny.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I thought you'd like that.
What's the matter with this thing?
What do you think's the matter with it? It won't start.
Come on, you
give me a push, will you?
1, 2, 3.
Tony, come on. You're holding up the action.
I gotta check the wheels.
Okay, man.
Okay, doll, out.
You think I'm chicken like the others? Let's roll.
Anything you say?
Faster, Tony, faster!
This is nice. Come on, get out.
All right, come on, get in there. Suppose you quit shoving.
Suppose you keep your mouth shut.
Hey, Wyatt Earp, why don't you shoot it out with me?
Hey, look at the broad! Now look, you guys, say nothing. Don't even give the fuzz the right time of day. Dig it, Dad, dig it.
You idiotic. What are you trying to do to me?
To you?
Yes.
I'm not doing anything to you, Mr. Staples. It's just
Oh, don't apologize. The damage is done. I'll sue for false arrest. I'll have you thrown off the force. Oh, take it easy, darling. Take it easy. You two-bit heroes, making life miserable for innocent children. Why don't you go out and hunt real criminals?
We got a tip on this drag race. But when we found the marijuana, well, sir, that's a very serious charge.
I don't believe the kids had touched the stuff. Oh, file suit against the police commissioner first thing tomorrow morning.
Mr. Staples, let's get out of here.
Don't cry, darling. You're all right.
You were figuring on clobbering him. Be a waste of a good punch. You see, Staples is no exception. The other parents will soon be here jumping all over us. Not my child. Oh, no, it's a horrible mistake. They won't believe the truth because they don't want to, until it's too late. And then they'll call us bums because we didn't warn them in time. Take care of this, will you?
Now, what's the score? How come I'm your client?
First, you should know the name is William Remington Kane.
Kane?
Correct.
I remember reading about you.
Well, don't read so much and wend your way home or to whatever rat trap you call your own.
Hey, how are you going to get the judge to turn me loose?
I'll try to convince him it's a weak case against you, that you come from a broken home and all that sort of claptrap.
I guess I got to thank Mr. Staples, huh, for having such a good lawyer.
Staples? Dear me, no. I'm merely acting under instructions of an associate. And now, good night.
Hey, don't play games with me, Kane. I like your tailor, but I still got to know who my fairy godmother is.
Don't kid me, Buster. Surely you must know I work for Mr. A.
J.I. I want to see Mr. A.
You sure want to climb up awful fast, don't you, sonny boy?
Look, man, I don't want to cut in on your list. I'm not interested in making just a buck or a half deal. I want the hard stuff. If you help me get it, I'll cut you in for half.
Oh, man, look, I dig you, see, but,
Tony? Man, you sure told off the fuzz and the pokey.
Crazy.
Got some new admirers.
Can I help it if I'm charming?
You know, you could have been hurt last night. Or killed.
Look, I can get killed crossing the street. Now, excuse me, I've got to go see a man.
Tony, just a minute. Now, you're not stupid. There's no point in risking your life just to be fawned on by a few teenagers.
I'm not risking anything. I can drive. If you want, I'll give you a demonstration.
How well can you drive when you're hopped up with marijuana?
Oh, now, wait a minute. It says someplace that a man is innocent till he's proven guilty.
Marijuana was found near your car.
Look, the cops plant that stuff all the time just to make arrests.
All right. I tried to help you. I guess the only person that can help you is yourself.
Wait a minute. I'll make a deal with you. Why don't I come to your house and we'll talk the whole thing over? I'll even drink your tea.
No, I've suddenly run out of tea.
I left it open for you, honey. In a mo, honey. Oh.
Are you Mrs. Delane?
Yes.
Are you Tony's aunt?
Yeah.
Well, I'm Arlene Williams, his counselor from school.
Oh, yes. Won't you come in?
Thank you.
The house is in kind of a mess. Sit down.
Thank you. Now, about Tony.
About you first. Tony said he had a good-looking teacher.
Not really.
He was right.
Thank you. Of course, every student feels that way about their teacher. Unless, of course, she has two heads.
I'll bet.
You know, the school usually arranges these meetings with the parents, but because of the seriousness of the situation of the other night...
I know all about it. He was in a pokey and a bum rap. Big deal.
Mr. Robinson felt that we should meet with the parents or the guardians as soon as possible.
You mean you want me to squeal on Tony? No, Sale. Even if I had anything to say, I wouldn't.
You see, there's this group at school, and they seem to have formed some bad habits.
Look, Miss Dimpletoes, if you people at the school think that Vic and me, Vic's my husband and he's out of town on a job. If you think we're raising a juvenile delinquent, say it.
No, Mrs. Delane, we
don't double talk me. You've got me pegged as a no-good relative.
The only reason I came
Come
here is
on,
because...
honey. Don't draw diagrams with me. I'm no idiot, child. I just don't believe all that stuff the paper said about wild reefer parties and fates worse than death in the bushes at night. I know Tony, even if he's only been living here a short while. He's practically a grown man who wants to get a bang out of life just like you or me.
I think if Tony's interests were channeled, that...
There's nothing to channel. He's healthy and normal and full of fun. You know what I mean, too. Don't tell me you never rode a hot rod or had a late date in the second balcony. Or maybe you haven't.
I think I'd better go, Mrs. Delane.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hi, Arlene.
Hello, Tony.
What's wrong now?
I was just paying a little call on your aunt. I hope I haven't inconvenienced Mrs. Delane.
What have you been doing? Pulling hair?
Your teacher and I were fighting over the custody of your body and soul.
What? Arlene.
Now I understand things better.
Oh, cut the yakety-yak, will you? She has no personal interest in me.
Oh, wake up, sonny boy. Your teacher's got a yen for you.
You're nuts.
Don't forget, I really know you're not a baby.
Ha-ha. I have to go change. I don't remember inviting you in here.
I won't look. What's cooking?
I'm going to the drag to hear a new combo.
I'd like to hear them, too. I'll go with you.
Sorry, got a date with Joan.
Forget her. Pay a little attention to me.
Later.
No, now. I'm lonely. I found some marijuana cigarettes when I cleaned your room today.
I wish you had. We could sell them to the weed headed to school.
Who are you kidding? In that drawer under your handkerchiefs. That's where I found them. Skinny brown cigarettes.
Honey, those are imported short cigarillos. And if you don't like it...
I don't like being brushed off all the time. I could forget myself and say the right things to the wrong people.
Well, if that's the way the ball bounces...
Don't push me. Better tell the stables kid to drop dead.
Not tonight. See you later. Huh?
Well, let me tell you something, I'm gonna burn off my shoes. Yes, I wanna tell you, pretty kid, that we got a lot of loving to lose. And we're gonna start right, we're gonna shake it up tonight. Well, a bobbing at the high school hop, a bobbing at the high school hop, a shaking at the high school hop.
Man, that swings. Hey, you torching up? Now look, don't be a drag kitten. We don't want to get caught with a reefer again. I had enough of the pokey and all of that jazz.
I'll get my kicks out of you.
Well, can I have the next waltz?
Join us for a drink?
No thanks, I never touch this stuff. It's bad for us baseball players. Come on, boy, we got 5 minutes.
You mean?
Mm-hmm. Man wants to see you.
You have to go, Tony?
Yeah, it's some wheeler and dealer stuff, but it'll only take about an hour. You just stay here and keep mellow for me, huh, kitten? I gotta get some cigarillos, so I'll meet you by the doorway.
All right.
What a drag. You bugged this gem like a real L7.
Got the tools? Up my sleeve.
Money?
Uh-huh. Yeah, but I don't know where J.I.'s taking me.
Like this combo?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Hello, nephew mine. Didn't think I could make it, huh?
Later, Gwen, I'll be late.
See, I can get a date if I want.
Hi.
I don't have to come crawling, see? Not good enough for you, huh? You hear that, Billy boy? He says I'm not good enough. He's got a school teacher. Come on, Billy boy.
This is an aunt? Boy, she can chaperone our next dance anytime.
Come on.
Anytime. This here's Bix. You two probably seen a lot of each other.
What are you picking up on, man?
Whatever you're putting out. I'm just trying to play it cool.
That's the most, man. Always play it cool. Bix likes it cool. 824.
Hi, Bix.
Hi.
Close that door, will you? Beck's doors don't feel so hot. Tough little broad. Still won't say yes.
Mr. August, I'd like you to meet Tony Baker here, who you've already been apprised. It's my sincere hope you two are going to have a long and profitable friendship.
Tried to tell that chick that no hophead ever becomes a lady. Just ain't in the cards. You're the new pusher, huh?
Well,
Put that drink down. You know what alcohol does to your system.
Well, it's my first one.
Now look, I pay you for a class family. Upper class. Let's keep it that way. Just lay off the booze. Now get out. Alcohol's murder on the system.
That Doris sure has something wrong with her system.
Oh, you know her?
Yeah, she's a friend of Joan Staples. Lives right next door. She's sure all strung out with a habit.
Told her I'd give her a fix if she'd join some girlfriends of mine. Nice little home upstate, but she wants to be a lady.
She's kicking it bad, but she's cranking up. Looks like she's about ready to give.
J.I. tells me you're real good people. You've been throwing your gold around like you made it yourself.
I take a little, leave a little.
You hit Santabella like a tornado. Big noise. But, what else?
I got 4 big ones, and I'm looking for junk. Now, they tell me that you can handle it. If not, I'll connect down south.
Easy, boy. Just because you got straight with the low balls don't mean you're real good people.
Mr. A always likes to make sure. We had a federal roper try to ace himself in 2 years ago. When we got through with him, he was too wet to plow.
I checked on you personally. You're good people. Glad to know you, Baker boy.
Same here.
I was a little bit surprised to hear that you got busted in Chi for using age.
Oh, that, yeah. Well, I was just joy popping. I'm not a habit man.
Oh. Well, Baker, give everybody a pop and see if the young lady in the next room wants to fix. That is, if she's ready to cooperate. Be my guest, Baker boy.
Crazy looking tools.
Nothing but the best. After you, Baker boy.
Got my cap.
I told you to beat it.
Okay, I'm going. Have a ball now, here.
Man, that's a dull needle. Hey, what about your pop?
Just gave you your final exams. You passed.
Crazy Mr. A.
I never took a fix, and I never will. I just wholesale to top-head pushers. If I ever took a shot and the big boys heard about it, I'd be out of business. Do you ever know a hype you could trust?
No.
The kids want it, fine. If they don't, we get the other kids to pass the word around that they're chicken. The more kids that get hooked, the better for business. But no junkie, young or old, will ever get the big-time rackets.
Oh, how come you let me have a shot?
Who said you were big time? You're just a big customer, nothing more. You try to rat on me, it's just a junkie's word against mine. Me? I'm a solid citizen. I'm clean. No marks. You're gonna wind up like that chick in the other room. Okay. What do you want to buy and how much?
Oh, a half a kilo.
Cost you a lot of bread.
I'm ready.
Well, pay Bix and we'll tell you when to pick it up.
No. No, first I see the stuff. Then you get the bread.
Smart boy. Gonna cost you 4 big ones, though.
I cost a little.
You got his phone number? We'll call you in about an hour and tell you where to pick up the stash. Later, man.
I'll drop you off at your wheels. This way, sonny boy.
Hi.
Hello, Mike. As soon as Quinn called, I alerted everyone. We got Mr. A's place staked out by most of our men. Quinn is staying on at the drag. Watch yourself. This is a bad bunch.
Do you still want me to tape the buy?
Yeah, if you can. How's Gwen behaving?
Oh, that ant bit's getting pretty rough.
Well, good luck, Mike.
Thank you, sir. You know, after this, I'm gonna have to take another training course to learn how to behave like a human being again. See you. Crazy Mr. A.
I never took a fix, and I never will. I wholesale to hop-head pushers.
What won't they think of next? No bedroom should be without one.
What are you doing here?
I got tired waiting all by my lonesome. Tony? Come here, Tony.
Joan, I didn't tell you you could come here.
I've been hung up like a junior flip.
Look, what if my aunt comes home?
Who's this Mr. A? Why do you have to record it? Don't you people trust anybody? Juki wouldn't trust me for $5 stinking, and you don't trust the man that sells to you. Who is this Mr. A anyway?
Look, lay off it. Lay off it, doll. Be a big girl and stop goofing off.
Way, I must be going deaf. I thought I heard Tony Baker say for me to stop blasting. No more jokes. Give me a joint. Pretty please. Something wrong, Daddy-o?
Uh-huh. Yeah, now look, I'm sorry, but I've got business. Not now. I know it's a drag, but I've got to cut out.
Aren't we even going to listen to that cute little tape recorder?
Well, that's just some stuff I recorded in Chicago.
Well, let's call J.I. and the other cats and invite them over to listen to that recorded jive. We'll just have a ball.
Sure. Okay. Look, I dig you. You stay here. You stay put. Right here. And I'll go make a couple of calls, see? Make a couple of calls, and I'll come back and we'll have ourselves a real session.
Don't be too long.
I won't. Hello? Yeah, this is Baker. Oh, hiya, Vix. Yeah? In a half an hour? Good deal, I'll be there.
Hello?
Hi, this is Tony Baker. Look, I need your help.
What is this, a joke?
No. This isn't a gag. Now, you've just got to believe me. I can't explain now.
Well, why should I believe you?
It's about Joan Staples. Now, can you come over here right away?
Now, Tony, just a minute. Now, let me think.
Look, the longer you think about it, the rougher it's going to be all around. Now, if you've ever believed in me before, now's the time to do it. Okay, I'll leave the front door open. Now, you've got to come over as fast as you can and try and keep Joan here. I know I can trust you. You've got to trust me.
No, now, wait a minute, Tony. Look, it's late. I'm in bed.
Look, if you don't believe me, call Commissioner Burroughs.
Tony, I can't believe you.
Now, please help me. I haven't got time to talk any longer. Goodbye.
Just in time, Tony boy, to have a party with my old friend.
Now, I'm in a rush.
What's the matter? My old friend here, my old friend. What's your name, old friend?
Bill O'Flair. You know what I think? I think I don't like this guy.
What's the matter? My old friend Billy boy not good enough?
Come here, Gwen. I want to talk to you. Now, look, sober up, will you? This is important. Joan Staples is in my bedroom. And look, you've got to keep her there. This is important to Burroughs.
Joan Staples? In your room? Now that's an insult.
Hey. Did you insult that little lady, huh?
Decided to pick you up, Baker. You might not be able to find our new drop.
Tony? I don't like a guy who can't hold his liquor.
Don't give me that goody-goody stuff. I'm gonna have a good time while the time is right, and the time is right now.
Now, Joan, dear, listen. You've got to control yourself.
Tony's a pusher, and if I find a reefer, you're not gonna stop me from blasting.
I can try.
You better...
Well, now. What's this, a class reunion? What are you two doing here?
Go on, get out.
No, just
Both of you.
Miss Williams. I mean, you don't give the orders here. After all, we're not in the schoolroom.
Please, J.I., give me a joint. I just gotta have a blast.
I asked you before, baby. What are you doing here?
Leave that girl alone.
Sorry, Miss Williams. You don't want to get hurt, do you?
I said leave her alone.
After she tells us a couple of things.
No, not you, not Juki, not even Mr. A.
What was that you said, kitten?
You mean about Mr. A?
Yeah, I mean about Mr. A. Just what do you know about him?
You know, you're not going to get away with this.
Shut up. Well, I ask you, what do you know about him?
I'm thin, G.I., real thin. Buy me a stick from Juki and maybe I'll tell you.
Stick.
Joan, please don't.
Now, who told you about Mr. A?
Tony's a very close friend of Mr. A, even though he doesn't trust him.
Yeah? Well, what does that mean in American?
I mean, if you trust somebody, do you always take along a little tape recorder to check the deals you make?
You know something, Joni? I don't believe you.
What are you doing?
Just take it easy.
Okay, the party's over.
I want my father. Oh, please, God, where's my father? I don't want them to hit me anymore.
Everything's going to be all right.
Hey, Tony. We can use you on the team if it doesn't sound too square for you.
Try me a little later, Steve, will you? I might be ready for you.
Looking for your table? Sorry, but we changed the reservation. Come on.
Get lost. Where's the bread?
Where's the stuff?
It's here. Pay the man. 4 G's?
For a half a kilo.
Over Bix's right shoulder, there's a loose brick.
Which one? You, sure play it careful.
I'll get it.
Baker boy, you just got yourself the best heroin in the market.
I know. That's why I came to you.
Yeah. Let's have that again.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, man. I got you.
Did you get him in time?
You sure? All right, kid. Roll up those sleeves. Roll them. Help him, Biggs.
Okay.
Bix, tell the band to play a loud number.
Now, why don't we make a deal?
One wrong move and I won't wait for the loud music. Don't move.
Bentley? Walter Burroughs said if I need any help, I could depend on you. I'm Quinn from the police department.
Sure, what's the deal?
Get your boys together and we'll
Look, the police know I'm here. This'll mean a murder rap for you.
Selling means life. What's the difference?
You have just seen an authentic disclosure of conditions which unfortunately exist in some of our high schools today. But now Arlene will teach in a school that has cleansed itself of its ugly problem. Joan confines her smoking to ordinary cigarettes. Gwen's problem is also solved. Her husband came home. For some of the people in our story, it didn't have a happy ending. Mr. A and Bix are serving 5 years to life. J.I. and his boys are in reform school. But the job of policemen like Mike Wilson will not be finished until this insidious menace to the schools of our country is exposed and destroyed.
Well, let me tell you something, I'm gonna burn off my shoes. Yes, I wanna tell you, pretty kid, that we got a lot of leather to lose. And we're gonna start right, we're gonna shake it up tonight. Well, I'm bobbing at the high school hop, I'm bobbing at the high school hop, I'm shaking at the high school hop, bobbing at the high school hop. Well, everybody's stopping, everybody's hopping, bobbing at the high school hop. Come on, little baby, let's rock a little bit tonight. Come on here, mama, let's shake things up tonight. Yeah, heart beat the rhythm and my feet are moving smooth and light. Well, bobbing at the high school hop, bobbing at the high school hop, shaking at the high school hop, walking at the high school hop. Well, everybody's bobbing, everybody's hopping, bobbing at the high school hop.